When we're talking about inventory, we're going to have different methods to value our inventory because you don't always pay the same amount for each item in your inventory. Our issue is what's in cost of goods sold and what's in ending inventory. EI is ending inventory. At the end of a period, everything you bought is either in your inventory or it's in your cost of goods sold. Those are the only two places your inventory goes. It starts in inventory. As you sell it, it goes to cost of goods sold. If we always pay $1 for it, we don't really care because we know $1 times the number we sold is in cost of goods sold. $1 times what's in ending inventory is your inventory. But if we spend different amounts for each one, then I've got an issue on what's moving to cost of goods sold when I sell it and what's still sitting in inventory. The way we've done it so far, though we really haven't talked about it, is a specific unit cost, which means I can identify, that's why it's called specific identification, the cost of each thing in my inventory. And if it's in your inventory, that's also cost of goods sold. If I'm selling cars, each one has a VIN number and each one's a little different from other ones. So I can identify, well, you bought this car, it cost me this amount. That's what goes into cost of goods sold. If on the other hand, I'm selling cans of beans, I might not be as careful about if I bought this can of beans at the beginning of the month or the end of the month. But if I can trace it, it's the easiest way to visualize what you're doing. Say that a customer ordered a 10 iPads with a pink bedazzled case on the logo. The iPads always cost you, we'll just say $230. And again, what makes them unique is that now we've got all this bedazzling on it. My cost of goods sold in this case would be the $230 plus the $40, because those are very different ones, or $270 times my 10 iPads. So this works really well when you have very unique items that you sell. I can specifically identify you bought one particular bedazzled iPad that's got a different price than all those other iPads that look exactly the same that are sitting on the shelf. Unfortunately, a lot of the things we sell are just what we call commodities, just a bunch of the same stuff. If that's the case, then I have to come up with some way to decide what goes to cost of goods sold. What these inventory methods are just a consistent or systematic way to decide if I bought 100 things and I sold 3, which 3 did I sell? And it doesn't mean I really truly sold those particular 3. It's not like up here where the bedazzled ones are the ones that are sold and everything else is still on the shelf. It's just a way that we'll do it the same way every time. It's not, again, the actual way you sell them. Though when we talk about it, sometimes we talk about it as if it is. We want the cost of goods sold to match the revenue generated in some consistent way. Final thought, if you always pay the same price for the things in your inventory, you don't care. So if you're in a contract where it says we purchase our candy for $1 a unit, you'll get exactly the same thing with LIFO, FIFO, or weighted average.